Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because it's different. It's like you said earlier about the financial aid. It's like somebody gives you financial aid, and sometimes you have to spend that on books, or you have to spend that on other resources that you need.
But they gave you the financial aid directly. You didn't
exactly,
and
there
then you spent it on whatever.
Somebody responsible to hold. There has to be somebody,
and that's what the foundations
to hold the
are.
money
Yeah,
I
and
get
watch
that.
over and oversee the money. So I get both sides, because you're saying, look,
he's just being like,
no. See,
he's just being pessimistic about it.
I'm not being pessimistic. That's my genuine opinion, and it was my genuine opinion back then.
I think they should have a lot more money put towards it. I think 20 million is chump change. I feel like if they would have projected a more of a higher amount, then like starting off with 2 million, is that just to one foundation that they're going to spread out to all these other little foundations?
They're
Because
properly diluting the money to certain organizations.
It's like,
okay, so but that's the thing, when like it's like these chains. So once again, it goes down this chain of command of how the money is being diluted. So it's like, once again, are they actually getting that quality, whatever that the foundation is supposed to provide?
Here's the lead from the actual report. The grants are part of a $20 million commitment from the NFL and its teams to social justice organizations during the 2018 calendar year. So actually, this money was already doled out. The $20 million is comprised of grants to organizations from the NFL Foundation, social justice grants approved by the NFL owners, players working group, team and player contributions, and an ongoing financial commitment to the Players Coalition. So yeah, it's not even going to players' foundations necessarily. It's going to foundations approved by the owners and players coalition.
So they're giving them a little bit more money.
Quick question: is any of that money going to a police union? Because I would have a problem with that.
It's supposed to be going to a foundation approved by the players,
but let's say the owners want to give money to a police union. Let's say one that has a history of police brutality against just people in general.
But again, it's a foundation. It's a foundation, though.
I agree, but I'm just saying now we got to go into the optics. Who gets what? Who's going to be pissed at who gets what?
I see what you're saying. Who's actually getting the money, and
who's going to be pissed that they didn't get the fair share?
So you're saying the foundation might give it to a union, is what you're saying? I'm
saying realistically, the owners of teams are picking.
No, it's not the owners of the teams. It's the owners in the players coalition with whatever they deemed as a social justice charity into that pool of charities.
And let's say that coalition is part of giving money to a police union to help, quote unquote, community relations. But let's say it's a community where police.
I mean that's a whole nother issue.
Then you got to look at people.
Kenny, are you asking, instead of funding what they have already, should they go out and fund other charities that actually are established and doing something to make a positive change, rather than funding the existing charities that they're doing right now to say, okay, I'm giving you more money to get better, like Starbucks. Like, I'm training you guys to get better, and we're going to shut down Sephora for conduct. So I'm going to give you guys more money so you guys can get better, compared to, you know what, instead of...
It's going to foundations, guys. It's not going to unions. It's not going to corporate entities.
But I'm talking about the foundations themselves and what the foundations stand for.
But my question is, are these foundations, even though they're foundations or whatever, have they been doing to this prior? Or like, what I'm saying, are they?
So these organizations are supposed to be, their mission is for social justice. Their mission falls into
brand new that's what I'm
No,
asking.
these are existing foundations approved because they have missions for social justice.
But are they like 10, 15 years old? Or are they like...
No, I'm not asking about them being established themselves. I'm talking about in relation to the NFL. That's my question.
It's like, would you have medical doctors who are outside of the NFL compared to inside the NFL? You talking about that kind of a situation?
Like, I'm saying, like, okay.
All right, here we go. The funding will be awarded to organizations with a focus on education and economic advancement, police and community relations, and criminal justice reform.
Ding, ding,
That
ding.
organizations include Alliance for Safety and Justice, Campaign for Black Male Achievement, Civil Rights Corps, Gideon's Promise, and Vera Institute of Justice. In addition to the grants awarded, the NFL Foundation... Oh, wait, I got to add...
See what happens when you read the rest of the story and give us more context?
Yeah, but see, I shouldn't have to be if you weren't so negative and skeptical.
I'm not negative and skeptical, but if money's being doled out, I need to make sure we are holding the right people accountable.
Yeah.
Shout out to US Today for having this terrible ad that literally just took up the whole page.
Fam,
so terrible.
Soledad O'Brien said it on Twitter. You know they're just destroying journalism right in front of y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
The NFL Foundation has awarded 429 matching social justice grants to 247 current and former NFL players over the past year, totaling more than $1.2 million. Players including Mark Ingram, Anthony Levine, and Alan Page received grants to support local organizations. So that's on top of the $20 million. That's on top of the $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of $3 million.
That's cool.
I just like I said, my question is going into reference with the whole Starbucks situation, how they had to close down to have better work conduct. You know what I mean? Okay, are they paying HR more to do this, or are they actually saying, okay, maybe we should have a new outside factor, outside person coming in and helping us? That's what I was asking, because if they're just still funding in these foundations that they were before and they already had a shady past, then it would be they're just throwing away money still. But if
I think you have to look into those 5 organizations that they named. One,
that's where I was
two,
going, so I guess we have to do more research.
2, that's not really their job, right? There's literally whole government entities whose job it is to vet nonprofit organizations and see where their money is going and see who they're paying and all that stuff. And all that stuff is
not to go down a
all
rabbit
that stuff
hole.
is public record.
Again, but not to go down a rabbit hole, but you see who's ruling our country today or who's in our office today. So there's a lot of corruption. So that's where I'm they can say, oh, they're doing it properly, but the way things they're doing right now, and that our system right now is fucked. So it's helping people who are higher above to stay above. So that's what I'm saying, the corruption thing. That's all I was asking. Is there a history behind these foundations? Sorry if it's confusing, but I just wanted to know that little part.
All right, so on that kind of a similar note, Michael Bennett, former Seahawks defensive tackle, former Patriots defensive tackle, current Packers defensive tackle.
Wait, Michael Bennett?
Isn't that his name?
No, I think you got the wrong guy. Michael Bennett from Texas A&M, whose brother is Martellus Bennett?
Yeah.
Talking about the defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Who's a defensive end and occasionally plays D tackle. He played for the Buccaneers. No, he's actually a defensive end, but he plays. I know what you mean, but yeah, he plays for the Patriots right now.
I thought he got traded again
from the Eagles to the Patriots.
My bad. All right, he's on the. Oh, that's where it was. I got those
thinking
flipped.
Of Mohammed Wilkerson.
No.
Who got cut?
No.
He played for the
I wouldn't have got him confused.
All right, cool.
I got the Eagles and the Packers mixed up. All right, Michael Bennett, current Patriots, former Eagles defensive tackle. There we go.
No, he was a defensive end. He was not a defensive tackle.
He made his money as a defensive tackle with the Seahawks. That's where he made his money as a 3 technique.
He wasn't a 3 technique.
He was a 3 technique.
Bro, he played defensive end too. They schemed him up most of the time. I get what you're saying, but
he was a defensive tackle in base defense.
He was technically defensive end. But all right.
But he was a 3 technique in their base defense.
In theirs, but everywhere else he was mostly a defensive end who got moved around a lot. We can.
He played for a defense. He played for a 3-4 team with the Eagles and a 3-4 team with the Patriots. Now,
they didn't run a 3-4.
Now he's a defensive end. It's the same shit. I don't even know why you're arguing about this.
It's not, but schematically, he was a defensive end who played inside occasionally.
He started at defensive tackle for the Seattle Seahawks. That's literally where he made his money.
First. He played for the Buccaneers first.
Yeah, I know that.
And he was a defensive end there.
Yeah, okay.
And then they said, you know what? You're a defensive end, but we're going to move you to defensive tackle sometimes too.
He played defensive tackle for the Seahawks where he was the most prominent.
He got paid like a defensive end. I'm just letting you know.
Whatever. He was a defensive tackle. He's a defensive tackle in my book. He's a 3 technique. That's where he made his money and a name for himself.
But he got paid like an edge rusher, not an interior lineman. That's what I'm telling you.
Whatever.
That's what the tape says. That's what he'd probably tell you.
Whatever. Anyways, pretty much he sat down with the Athletic and pretty much said what he's been saying. Quote, if, and this is parentheses, white quarterbacks, in parentheses, were to take a knee with Kaepernick, that conversation would totally change. If Tom Brady took a knee, white America would be like, oh my God, what is this that Tom Brady's talking about? They would start doing research and would join the conversation. It would pique their interest. But since it's a black guy taking a knee, it's like, all right, these guys, here he goes again. It's another one of those guys out there doing this. Is Bennett wrong? Is he right? Should he still be talking about this? Is it time to move on?
He's a grown man. He can say whatever he wants, but in relation to what he's saying, he is right.
Well, let me ask it better this way. Are you tired about hearing about this? Do you want to move on from it already?
No, because, I mean, if we're going to be honest.
Is him talking about it doing anything for it?
Kaepernick kneeling or social injustice?
Both.
Well, social injustice, no, because, I mean, that Ava DuVernay documentary on Netflix is blowing up. And last time I checked, black people were getting killed by the cops and racist shit's happening to us every second of every day. So it's not
helping Kaepernick get a job.
Yeah, but I don't think Kaepernick wants a job in the NFL. He got those big deals with Nike. We've already been down this road before. I don't want to go down it. But pretty much, when it comes to this, he was just making a simple statement that I think everyone understands.
Yeah, for sure. I don't disagree with it at all.
People will either generalize it or be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you replace people or black people with dogs, white people would lose their minds.
I guess the reason why I brought it up and the reason why we're talking about it now is because, one, it's been an ongoing story here on this podcast, but two, it's like,
in the sports
is this really news? Because this is essentially what he's been saying, one. And two, like I said, I don't know if it really does anything for anybody other than, provide content.
Well, I mean, it's a quote, but it's like, it's something we all know. Like, perfect example. Miley Cyrus apparently just dropped an EP or some shit, and she has Ghostface Killah on the song. Somehow. I don't know why black people even do music with her culture vulture ass. But hey.
Because people need money.
Nah, man. I think
people need money. That's literally why.
There's being a coon and then it's Miley Cyrus, her bum ass. All that shit she talked about black people
and you could say that you could ask.
Now she goes back,
and there are people that
a good girl. It's like Miley.
There are people who ask themselves why Michael Jackson did like the second half of his career because he needed money.
You are not going to slander Michael
because he needed money
in my presence.
Yeah, but he went from a soul singer to a pop singer. Why? Because he needed money.
Did you just call Michael Jackson?
Because he needed money. His early career,
Sir.
Motown, Jackson 5, he didn't switch up.
That's not a soul singer, though. He
R&B,
in the same
whatever.
vein. Okay, then no, it's not. No, you can't.
Okay, whatever. He crossed over to pop, is what I'm saying. Why? Because he needed money.
Pop is just white people when they can't do.
But it's not even Michael Jackson. It's every artist. It's like every artist has that album where it's like, or that track, and it's like,
pop is.
Why did you do this? We did not need this.
No one needed this.
Your discography was legendary. Your songs were already great.
You want to start naming?
You were
artists?
already respected. Why are you doing this?
You want to start naming artists just for the hell of it?
Like,
what Michael Jackson song makes you feel like it's?
I don't know. I was listening to it on the radio. They were literally talking about. They were talking about Beat It. They named a whole.
Was it white people calling him a?
No, it was
artist?
a black dude. It was a black dude who was literally like Michael's whole category before before Thriller was like great. He didn't even need to do Thriller. Thriller was okay.
I don't wish death on people or condone violence, but that dude who said that needs to just get snapped out of existence.
And he wasn't the only person who said it.
Did he? Thriller, off the wall.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.